Alright, there we go. Just trying to set things up. I had to move everything over. It has also been a bit. Because he's cute. I don't know. I actually don't remember why I made it this. This is just how I see myself in my head.
That we would always be together. We used to play here all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. All of this will be gone soon. Is your leg okay? Does it hurt? It does a little, but I'm fine. Meow? Yes? Never mind.
That's how it's the honey pot. That's how I get people. People love the coochie pachi.
Mayu, about that time back then. Mayu? Mayu! Where are you going? No, stop! Wait! Mayu! Mayu?
Alright, so, Fatal Frame 2, the only one I've actually played. I've yet to play 1, and I have a friend who really loves 3, but this is like, I don't know. I'm always into playing this game right at the beginning of summer. I feel like it's just the, like, perfect time for that. I don't know why. I think it was because it was the first time I played it. Why is my coochie... What? Why, you can't go around asking people why their coochie's pink. It's just not right. You just can't do that. Something about it just feels wrong.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why is my audio coming out of the left channel? I've been informed.
Mayu? The Lost Village. I've heard about this place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. People who get lost in the woods are trapped by the village. Could this be that
I don't know
place?
why that's happening, and I'm annoyed that it is. One sec, as I try to troubleshoot this. Thank you, those who have informed me.
Everyone in.
One sec. Please let me know if that fixed it. I might have not had it checked off to mono. Hello. I'm just fixing audio currently if anyone is coming in. Can just let me know if it's still splitting or still in like the issue is fixed. Okay, the issue was one it was stereo but only in left. I did not downmix it to mono. Yeah, it was just a Streamlabs issue. I did not have it up to date. I made the mistake of scheduling for like 9. I get home from work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, especially with the traffic this weekend, and I had nothing set up, so I had to like come home, get settled. Is there a reason chat pops up late just because there's like a delay? It's like a few seconds. Yes, this is on an emulator because I ain't buying this game. I decided this last night. I had this on PS2, PS3. But the PS3 version, my one buddy, when he did his Fatal Frame video, I remember repeatedly was like, the PS3 versions, while looking okay, tend to have like weird not stability issues. They just have weird issues with them. I don't know what it is. Search for Masumi Makimura, 26 surveyor, missing since the 4th of this month, came to a close yesterday. Mr. Makimura had been helping conduct a geological survey for All God's Dam. As of yesterday, he's been missing for 10 days. Yeah, normally I'm a fan of just playing things on original hardware. Like, I have my PS2 set up right next to me. When we do FF10 later this week, that is going to be on PS2. This is my welcome back, me. It's been I want to say PS3 cell process confused a lot of devs. Yeah, I don't know. I always felt like that was a weird thing with the with any game that got like the PS2 classics treatment on PS3. There was always like weird issues with some of them. But I know the Fatal Frame games, and especially Fatal Frame 3, got hit really bad with it. I don't know why. But yeah, that stuff is far above my pay grade. If I talk about that like I have any idea what I'm talking about, I'm lying to you. I think the last time I had played through and beaten Fatal Frame 2 is probably my senior year of high school, like going into college, because I remember really liking this game, and then I never played another Fatal Frame game for whatever reason. Because, like, a lot of people will say this is the high point. Again, my one buddy says 3 is his favorite, and I'm really interested in playing 3 at some point. But getting back in the saddle of, like, you know, being on stream and all, I don't want to jump into a game I literally know nothing about and just be, like, fumbling around. But hopefully someday.
I don't want to kill anyone.
What was that? I don't know.
Should you watch Donnie Darko? I've never watched Donnie Darko. I know it's like a white boy classic. Every white guy in their teens got to watch Donnie Darko. I heard it's very good. I know a lot of people who have enjoyed it, but part of me always wonders, especially a lot of those late '90s movies. I always feel like those like kind of '90s like classics. A lot of them are really odd in terms of like how they age, because like I reference this. I forget what fucking video of mine I reference this in. I remember growing up, I watched a lot of Watch Mojo, and I grew up with the thought that The Crying Game was like one of the greatest movies ever. And I watched it, and I was like, wow, this movie fucking sucked, actually. Why did I listen to that? So anytime someone's like really high on movies like that, I'm always like skeptical, but I think Donnie Darko does pass the smell test.
It's a bit cold.
Sumi, it's me, Miyako. I came to look for you. Let's go home together. Together we can make it. Call for me if you find this. I'll be nearby. Miss you. Speaking of movies, I really love this game in particular because Fatal Frame in general, I mean, very obviously because it is a Japanese horror game, is really good at capturing like the vibe of J-horror. And it's like, I'm not the biggest J-horror guy. Like, I'm not like, you know, every day watching The Ring or anything. But it's like, I don't know. I really like the vibes that Fatal Frame 2 specifically has. I love like how open the town feels, and how like in a sense it's almost scarier than being stuck in a haunted house. I like the way Bull's Postal. Yeah, I know it's crap, but it does represent. I mean, it is one of the more accurate video game adaptations, and you take that for what you will. Honestly, it's one of those weird things where I kind of think Postal 2 is a little bit too classy for that movie. I love Postal 2. I hold a lot of respect for that game. But that movie is certainly something, but I'm not ready to box for that opinion. I mean, yeah, Postal 2. Listen, Postal 2 is like trashy, but it's like fun trashy. The Postal movie is trashy and tasteless. Something is lost. Most devs phased out fixed camera. Okay, my this is my biggest hot take about this series, and I remembered it the second I started playing. I love fixed camera angles. I think fixed camera angles are really fun. I don't think something was necessarily lost because I think the medium kind of evolved. It's almost like if you would like bring film into it. It's like asking if like, oh, do you think something was lost when people stopped locking their cameras down on tripods and started doing more like steady cam or like, you know, handheld stuff? I don't think it was nothing was lost. I think something was like,
What's that?
I don't know.
Is
I have to go
someone
play
here?
Deltarune because my save corrupted, but I'll never forget you. God bless you on your mission. I'll be up for a bit, and then we're coming back tomorrow. So if you come by, see ya. But if not, have fun. But yeah, it's like I don't think something was necessarily lost in the shift away from fixed camera angles. I think horror games got a little lazy in some places, like Evil Within kind of stuff like that, where it's like we were just doing RE4 again. So it's like, oh, okay, well, it's third person now. We don't have to care about how things are framed. But like, if you go play RE4, the game is designed very, very deliberately to frame certain locations in a way that like you will always walk into them and kind of get the same scope regardless of like where you're looking. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that RE4 still had tank controls, which is a big fucking complaint I have about this game. Is that Fatal Frame 2 does not have tank controls. It is like 2D motion is, I believe, what the, or 2D control type is what it would be called in Silent Hill, where it's like up is up, down is down, left and right are left and right. They don't just like pivot you. And while that feels natural to most people who play games, in scenarios like this where the camera changes, you will be stuck going one direction and then you'll like pivot backwards if you don't remember the transition happens there. Rarely does it ever cause an actual issue. It's more so just like a nuisance that I am always plagued by because I always forget about it. Out of my way. Thank God. I'm a tank control lover. I've always loved tank controls. I remember very recently, my friend, he was playing Silent Hill 3 with another friend of ours, and they asked me about like, oh, should we use 2D controls or 3D controls? And I was like, oh, well, I like 3D because I like tank controls. All right, gotta lock in. I love tank controls. I think they're really like not fun. Because fun's kind of not the operative term here, but I think they're interesting. Oh wait, yeah, you're supposed to take a picture of the door, if I remember correctly, or like you open it. Yeah, there it is. I like tank controls. I think they serve their purpose, especially in Silent Hill 3 is a really good example. There's a lot of areas in Silent Hill 3 that have fixed action, if that makes any sense. Like I'm specifically thinking of the haunted house towards the end. That is really hard to do without like tank controls, because I feel like you get disoriented really quickly because you're cutting between so many different angles. I've heard rumors about the Lost Village before. Long ago, a massacre occurred on the day of a ceremony, and the village was wiped from the map. Twin deity statues in the forest led lost people to the village entrance. Once you pass through the gate, however, you cannot go back. The village eternally relives that night of death. The insane laughter of a woman is said to echo throughout the village. The only survivor of the massacre at the village was a lone woman. Do you think the next Silent Hill remake will be 1 or 3? Kind of hope it's neither. I have yet to play Silent Hill 2 remake. Silent Hill 2 is my favorite thing ever. I know people liked it. I know it was well received. Personally, just still don't care about it, and I don't think I ever really will. That being said, knowing Co-Money and knowing that they love just shoveling shit out, I think they're probably going to remake 1. I think 1 is the sensible one to do, because 3 kind of requires the context of 1, and also, I don't know, because they're both really expensive. I was about to say 1's expensive, but 3 is also incredibly expensive. I hope it's 1 if they're going to remake any of them. Even though I don't think they should. I think if they should remake any of them, it should be 4. I think 4 has so many good ideas in it. It's just like kind of plays like a piece of shit and is designed really bad in places. But I think you can get a lot out of 4. But I completely understand why you went 1 or 3, because dude, nobody cares about 4. Like, I love that game. I think it's cool, but nobody care. We're getting I forget, I might be blanking. We're getting a remake, remaster, port, something of one of the Fatal Frames, are we not? I know, what was it, Mask of Lunar Eclipse, like the 4th one we never got brought over at some point. So it's like, that's cool, and I think they've re-released 5, like the really poopy one, but I don't know. Think Konami will ever report the first 4 to modern hardware? Well, like, the issue with that forever, people have always asked, are like, why do they not just port Silent Hill 1, 2, specifically 2 and 3 was like what a lot of people were asking, because they ported 1 to the PS3. It was like a PS3 classic. That's how I own it and how I played it. But it was always like, why don't they do the same for 2 and 3? They're so beloved. And like, the answer is they lost the source code. Like, they literally don't have those games anymore. I don't know what they're supposed to do at this point, because they just straight up lost it. So the HD remaster was so bad, because they basically remade the games, like, kind of from the ground up, and it was not good. I played those. They're terrible. Like your dolphin. Someone... when I was on... I assume you're referring to the Sona. When I was on PST, my first episode, someone said it looked like something very unflattering, and I was like, what deranged person says this? What, like, a dolphin? I could get it. It's like a small little, like, cute, like, circular thing. It kind of does look like a pink dolphin with hair and sunglasses, but like, oh man, like, some people on the internet don't know how to talk to each other these days. They say some wild shit. Can Konami just rip off and repackage ROMs? I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue how that works. Cause like, I forget if Silent Hill 2 was decompiled or not, because I know there's the, like, restored like edition or what have you of Silent Hill 2 on PC. GOG has 4, meaning they have the code for 4. Yeah, they definitely have 4, but also, like, who cares about 4? Not me, obviously, but like, it's so weird, because like, you're right, could they not just rip like a ROM or something? I don't know if they're like too proud, or like, I don't know how that works when it comes to porting a game over, because you don't have any of the original like code. Like, a ROM runs on an emulator of the old console. This stuff's I'm a nurse. This stuff's completely out of my field, so I have no clue. But I assume it's like, emulators are just like, this is a virtual PS2, so that makes sense. But like, trying to port that to like a PS5 or like a Switch, I assume it's like a whole nother ball game. Although there was something that wasn't there something that like did that where they like basically ported the Dolphin version of like a GameCube game over. I forget what game that was. There was like something like that. I feel like foolish for not remembering. Too proud they're Konami. Yeah, that's true. Nah, you got me. You got me there. I don't know. It's one of those. What was the? In my head, I have the old thing people talked about Magic the Gathering with, where it's like Wizards of the Coast doesn't acknowledge the secondary market, and that's like kind of a similar thing, where it's like I don't think Konami acknowledges that people are just openly pirating their games, so that, like to resort to that is kind of whack. No, that was a they decompiled that game. So like they got the code, they tore it down, and they basically made a PC port from the ground up, like a bunch of fans did. I have that on my PC. I don't want to say I don't like Sonic. I kind of don't. But like I was interested in playing that one, and I noticed I was like, damn, this does not have a Steam version. And then like the next week they announced the decompiled or recompiled, I guess. And so it was like, oh, cool. And yeah, it runs great. Like that game runs like a modern PC port. It's pretty sick, like what people are able to do, and that kind of opened the floodgates for a little bit. Sometimes I sense someone passing by the window. He carries a torch and mutters things. He seems to be searching for somebody, but it's not Masumi. In the distance, I can hear some kind of sad ceremonial song being sung. They say this village vanished on the day of a ceremony, and that day is repeated over and over again. It's my brain is so like fraught at this point because I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, dude, I love the vibes of this game. I love like all that stuff. But then like every time I see anything ghost related, like Japanese ghosts and all that, I've been watching ghost stories with my friends. The fucking dub, that shit just kills me. That's like all I'm thinking about.
I feel like we're being watched by someone.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they just start like randomly talking. It always gets me. I'm so used to Silent Hill where it's like Silent Hill 2 and 3. They're dead silent the whole time. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Okay. Let's see if I don't think the door opens yet, because I think you need to. I think you do get a key for this. Yeah, it's a key.
Mia,
Yes.
someone's here.
See, that is exactly what I'm talking about with like fixed camera angle, but you don't have tank controls. You get like a little spurt like that. It's always off-putting. All right, we gotta go. Come on. The one thing I do really appreciate about Fatal Frame 2 compared to a lot of horror games is that it actually is creepy. I play a lot of horror games, so I don't know. I've kind of just grown used to it at this point. Like I don't really get scared often. Like jump scares will get me, but I don't get like creeped out as much. But like this game still kind of gets to me because it is that very off-putting, again, J horror. Yes. They got lost. Just lost in the woods. They're out playing by brook and they get stuck in a trap like cursed village. Because if I remember correctly, that's like the gimmick of I think at least like the first three Fatal Frames is that like they're based off of famous Japanese ghost stories. So like the Lost Village is just like one like trope in Japanese horror. And also they have like a soul bond connection to the town, all that reincarnation, whole 9 yards. We'll get to it. We'll get to it in time. So I do love the I really gotta get used to that. Also, thoughts on Gears of War going to play? Gears of War is going to PlayStation? Wait, when did that happen? What the hell? Is it? Are they just like porting like the Gears trilogy to like PS5? I mean, it's not like Xbox is doing anything with it, so that console war stuff is dead at this point. Like the only console I feel that meaningfully matters when it comes to last month. Yeah, my head's been in the sand last month. The only console that really matters when it comes to any sort of like branding or like exclusives, it's like Nintendo at this point, because it's like I know that Mario is never going to PlayStation, no matter how many letters I write. Gears of War Reloaded, Gears of War Ultimate, which is sort of remasters coming to PS5. I mean, screw it, right? You know, like, who cares? We got it. We're in there. I don't know. My friends all just replayed Gears of War not too long ago. Like, they just did kind of a series, like, sprint of them. I remember liking Gears when I was younger. I was never super in on it. I was a Call of Duty kid. But I liked Gears well enough. I thought it was fun. Just remember, like, whenever I think of Gears, I always think of the Alaskan bullworm from, like, 2. I forgot you just take a picture with X, right? I'm, like, playing at Lake Shooter. Also, I believe Gears of War E-Day. Yeah, I remember they were talking about doing that one.
Where is he?
Damn, I'm terrible at hitting these. Yeah, no. It's weird to me that, like, Gears of War is like a franchise that has been going at this point for what, like, it's gotta be like 15 years, right? Like, what's the first Gears game? Is that like 2009, 2010? And it's like, in my mind, the last Gears game is like Judgment. I know there's like, 4 and 5 after that, but that's when I stopped paying attention.
Lost village.
Got her. E-Day is coming to Steam because I got it wishlisted. I hope it's good. We were talking about this when they were playing it. Here, I'm gonna read this. I must be tired. If I start to relax, I pass out. Even in a crazy place like this, the darkness here is creeping into my dreams. Slaughter, rivers of blood, fallen people, a woman in blood-stained kimono, insane laughter, and twin sisters calling out, "Don't kill me." That woman's laugh is seared into my mind. I don't want to sleep anymore. Chainsaw Bayonet carried the franchise. I mean, it's cool. The Ripper is cool. Also, completely like ripped off from Warhammer, but you know, neither here nor there. My thing is like, we were talking about this. You know, a guy in his mid-20s, obviously nostalgic for the 7th generation because it was when I was like, 10, 11, 12. Love playing my Xbox. But like, there is a certain like unique finesse in what was like the popular games of those times. Like Gears of War is always seen as like dumbass game for not babies, but like dumbass like jock game. That game is a lot like of interesting commentary beneath it. I think it's good. I really do kind of miss that era of AAA gaming, because like now a lot of games are very event based. It's like those were, I remember Gears of War 3's event was like huge, but I don't know. I feel like everyone kind of got their own experience with it. Now everything you kind of filter it through the internet. So like regardless of what you think, you're gonna kind of coalesce it with the general opinion. Where it's like I think the first time I remember that kind of like mixing of personal and online experience with a game was like watching people react to like the ending of Mass Effect 3. I've never played Mass Effect, but I remember the like outrage people had about 3's ending, and like that was like the first big like gaming outrage I remember. Yeah, like I don't know, sir. It's always like I don't want to say it's like deep, because I don't think it's like, because deep is such a, it's kind of a meaningless word. I think that they're games that have something to say, and I think like all art, regardless of what you believe in, like isn't behind it intellectually, all art ends up trying to say something to a degree. And I feel like they do a good job at conveying their message and their themes really well. It's like, because I feel like when you start applying like how deep something is, you basically start power scaling like intellect between games, which just is an annoying like shit flinging fest. The one I always think of is like people who talk about like Devil May Cry or Metal Gear Rising as like, you know, basically like super like interesting and like complex like narratives on morality and all that. And it's like, no, they're action games with dumb goofy stories that just so happen to have like themes. Like they're not super deep themes. Yeah, it's a bit deep. It's just like, you know, it's enough to get your feet wet. It's enough to go in and be like, you know what, something was said, someone was trying to do something here. It's like, because I've seen so many people be like, Metal Gear Rising is one of the most profound games of the 7th gen. It's like, you're just lying to me. You're just straight up lying to me. The villain is cool. He has a really cool philosophy that's interesting, and the game does a good job portraying it. But at the end of the game, or end of the day, it is Metal Gear Rising, and there's a lot of goofy, dumb shit in it. Now, on the inverse of like games that are trying way too hard, that's where you get like BioShock Infinite, where it's like games trying so hard to convince you that it's smart that it ends up being like the dumbest thing I've ever played. Sumi found my note. He was in the village. I can see him soon. I can't move. I'll wait here. He'll be back. He'll find a way out. If he comes back, he came. So did I.
She also became trapped here. She came into this house looking for her boyfriend. And then, where did she go? This place must be...
DMC's story is so much heart. That's what endears people to it. Like, I will say 3 is one of the most rock solid like narratives in a video game. It is so solid and like just good. It's really great and good at telling a story. I think it does everything like perfectly, but it's a really simple story. But it's awesome. Like, the simplicity is not bad. People forget this. You do not have to be Ulysses. You can just be like cool and good. F Demon Bros. Yeah, like I love that. 3 is so good. 5 is great too. I love 5. I think I like 5's story more than 3's, but like 3 is watertight. Like you could set your watch by how consistent DMC3's story is. Oh. There it is. trying to remember how to do the controls with the camera obscura. Do kind of. I love the mechanic of the Fatal Frame. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good horror game mechanic. Of like, yeah, you can get more damage off the like closer and more in danger you put yourself. Come on. Oh, I fucked that up. You see if you guys focus, which I think 4 and 5 lack. 4, yes. 5, I don't think it lacks focus. I just think 5 has a lot more moving parts than 3 does. Whoa! I missed her. Come on. Five, like, yeah, story aside, 5 is. I'm very hard pressed to find anything I don't like about DMC5. I think DMC5 might be one of the most perfect games I've ever played. I remember when I played that game when it came out, and I think I've been chasing that high ever since. Like, I have never been as satisfied playing a game when it came out as I was like playing 5. Game absolutely rules. I played like God of War 1. My buddy Phil absolutely loves God of War, but I've only played the first one. I really like it. They're fun. I mean, they're just like fun button mashers. Like, again, like you said, edgy, but I mean everything was edgy at that time. And it's like I will take edgy and earnest over like edgy and ironic. Like when something's just being like edgy for the sake of it, that's annoying. But when something is like edgy and it fully means it, I'm like, oh, this is so endearing. I love this. I'm trying to think of like a really good example. Oh my god, what was it? Part of me is like, oh, Bungo Stray Dogs. I don't think that's super edgy. It is like an anime. Oh, Speedgrapher. My buddy's and I have been watching Speedgrapher again, and Speedgrapher is so edgy, but it's like 1,000% means it. It's so cool. Shit rules. How much time has passed since I came here? How long will the night last? I can't take the darkness. It's driving me crazy. I have to get out of here. I have to see Masumi. Yeah, I don't know. Even with 10 years to think about it, I think DMC5 basically delivered everything I wanted. I'm really, really happy with that game. I guess the only thing we didn't get was what? We didn't get the Ladies Night DLC, did we? We just got the virtual one. But everyone I know didn't like playing Lady and like Trish anyway. Like they just thought Lady was kind of clunky. But again, that's like DLC. That's not even main game stuff.
It's calling me. I kept waiting. New dark place.
Yeah, it's like I remember people like playing as trash. I always remember the complaints where like, the Clean Hand is just not a particularly fun weapon on Lady. I don't know. I like 4. I'm like one of the people who does really like 4. Although I feel like that's become more popular now that 5 exists, and you can kind of people hated 4 on release. I feel like people can forgive 4 a little bit more now. Me personally, I would probably rank DMC as like what 5, 3, 1, 4, the remake, like huge power gap. Remember EA used to make cool games? A lot of people used to make cool games. EA was always like, I thought I saw EA was like publisher. I'm hard pressed to remember like a cool EA game. I remember all the cool Ubisoft games that they made when like they were doing like Prince of Persia and shit, like in the 6th gen. But EA, I mean, EA used to make actually fun sports games instead of just kind of boring simulators. But, you know. They also used to make, like, decent, like, shooters. I'm, like, blanking on, like, classic EA titles. It's like, every time I think of, like, old Electronic Arts, like, EA, I'm thinking of, like, stuff that's on, like, the Super Nintendo. Oh, damn it. That ain't enough. There we go. EA Big Sports? Yeah. Fight Night, I'm genuinely shocked. Well, because, like, what boxer are you actually going to put in, like, a fight night these days? Like, boxing is so dead in the water as a sport. Boxing sucks. Like, the UFC games they put out are not amazing. UFC 2, I remember people really liking. And, like, everyone after that has been kind of buns. Like, the era of sports games, like, most people will, like, harken back to are, like, Midway. Like, your more arcadey sports games, NBA Jam, and, like, NFL Blitz was the one I used to play with my friends all the time. Absolutely, like, banger. Fucking love those games. But it is, I do kind of lament that we don't have those, like, kind of games anymore. Yeah, like Def Jam. Def Jam, I'm shocked we, like, still have not gotten a modern Def Jam. I don't know if it's just, like, I guess, I don't know. Because the whole point is, like, Def Jam is supposed to be, like, the label. Like, Def Jam Records. So it's, like, I don't know if it's just, like, a record problem. But, like, so many rappers nowadays definitely played Def Jam when they were, like, in their teens. Like, they would jump on that. I think the number one reason, like, a new Def Jam doesn't exist is because everyone and their mom would do the exact same thing, which would just be make Kendrick fight Drake. Do you think EA would just let sometimes make up their own boxers, sets up licensing? Yeah, but then, like, how do you market it other than it's a boxing game? But it's like, how many people really like boxing games? This is such a fucking good little bit. Like a Def Jam fighting games. It's because, yeah, obviously. I mean, like, it made sense when, like, everyone was in, like, the same record label. Like, they were all, like, Def Jam, Death Row, I guess. They kind of faded out at that point. Not very well versed on the record label politics of the early 2010s or 2000s. Oh fuck! I'm really lifting these. Stay away from me. Oh, come on. Red Bull? Yeah. No, that's fair. I don't know. Because, like, boxing is like one of the solved, not solved, but it's one of the martial arts where I feel like it's just harder these days to get invested in because it is one of the most corrupt things in the world. Also, just like boxing stars, just like, I don't know, not as interesting. UFC stars are like to today what boxing stars were to like the 80s, 90s, and like the 70s. I did that in a weird order. Like, for real. Like, more people guaranteed know who, like, John Jones or, like, I don't want to say Conor McGregor, but, like, even someone like Max Holloway. I feel like more people know who Max Holloway is than know who, like, Devin Haney is. It's also because boxing is no like true definitive like authoritative body. There's like 7 like boxing associations. They all have their own champions, so it creates kind of like a hellhole to try and figure out who is the undisputed like best boxer in the world. And it's like, you know, UFC being a monopoly on MMA and cutting out like promotions like Ryzen or like PFL and Bellator and stuff like that. It's obviously not good for the sport, but it does make things a little easier. UFC game with PS2 combat. I mean, listen, if they want to make UFC Blitz and it's just because, okay, walking this back, they kind of have done this. Like what you're describing is, in a sense, what WWE All-Stars was in like 2011, where it's like ever since like Day of Reckoning or some shit, like the WWE games have been less like the Aki engine are in like arcade stuff and have been more simulator games, like just wrestling simulators. But WWE All-Stars was awesome because it was just basically like it was like Def Jam 3. So it's like Def Jam, it made no sense, very arcadey, very fun and silly. And I feel like UFC, you could do that, but again, it's like, at that point, I think you might want to just do WWE because I think it fits the mold a little bit more. UFC, I feel like you can make interesting fighting games out of like MMA and stuff just because there's so much to do with it, but it has to be so ludicrous and complex where, ironically enough, the way like old Aki engine wrestling games worked would probably fit MMA a lot better because they have a lot of chain holds and stuff like that. Aki, it's what, Aki Asmic, I believe is the company. It's like all the N64 like WWE what was it? It's WWF WrestleMania 2000, I believe, is one of them. WCW versus NWO Revenge, WCW World Tour, and I genuinely forget what the there's like another WWE one. Oh shit. Completely bodied me there. Oh, God. I thought he's going over the head. Miss. Yep. There we go. Too busy going for fatal frames. Ooh. Almost got me there. Oh shit, that was a miss? Okay. That's enough. My Def Jam combo with a bunch of Red Bull. I think I just went edgy and somewhat goofy. Yeah, I mean, like, we just lack those kinds of games. Like that just don't exist anymore. They barely existed at the time we're kind of reminiscing about, but like they're interesting and fun. I think you just gotta get the right vibe for it. Rappers like Def Jam, perfect for it because it's so over the top and funny. Like it absolutely works. I think it has to be fun. The annoying one, the one that people don't want to admit would be kind of fire, is like big like Twitch streamers or stuff like that. Like I feel like that's like the lame internet version of it, but it would be kind of funny. I feel like I'm describing like an old like Newgrounds game. Nick F fighting with Hassan and Sam Hyatt as Sage Hazard's fish tank house. Yeah, like that's exactly like the kind of thing I'm thinking of. Just like the stupidest, most like nonsensical thing it could possibly be. I'm trying to think. There was some. Oh my god. What was it? That could have been if they ever wanted to do a like Tokyo Revengers game. Why would you? I don't know why. That would be like a good format for it. Like anything like that. I feel like there's like one anime that does fit that. I think about that, but then I also think about like, the internet has also afforded me many things I would not have had I had not grown up with it. I didn't really grow up with the internet. I didn't really start using the internet like beyond watching like YouTube videos until I was like well into my teens. Like I don't think I posted anything on like social media until I was like probably like 15 was when I started using like Tumblr, and I barely was like, I was in on Tumblr. I liked using it, but I didn't like post anything. I just mostly like followed and scrolled. It's like 14, 15, yeah. And it's like serious posting on the internet. I don't think I started posting until I was like, I don't know, probably like 17. And it's like, that being said, like I would, like browse on like 4chan and stuff, but like, I mean, posting on like a Twitter or like, you know, some kind of that analog is much different than just like shit posting on 4chan. Like anybody can just like shit post on 4chan, but it's not really a part of anything. Baki. Oh yeah, Kengan Ashura would be really good for that actually. Kengan Ashura is kind of what my like dream MMA fighting game kind of sounds like the more I think about it. Baki would also be great for it, just because Baki's so absurd that it would not matter. But yeah, I was born at the perfect time. I love GameCube and I love the internet. I love posting on the YouTube. People say they were born in the wrong generation. Pff, bum that. I'm glad the addendum to that, because I talk about this a lot with my buddy Alex. The addendum to that is like, I'm glad I grew up in the very specific like adolescence of the internet, because you hear so many people talk about especially people in their like early 30s who talk about like the internet as it was in like 2005 to like 2009, but like I'm way past that, and I really like that era because I feel like a lot of funny stuff happened there. It's not the Wild West like it was. Like I do kind of miss not being around for a lot of the forum ages of the internet, like, and stuff like YTMND and all that. But I do appreciate being in the funniest part of the internet when just random shit was happening all the time. I think Soulborn style of hack and slash finally gone away. I don't think so. I don't know, because I remember when Lords of the Fallen came out the first time, like all the way back in like what, 2014, and people were like, "This is just a Dark Souls ripoff. What the hell is this?" It's like right when people got Dark Souls and they actually liked it. I don't know. I remember like. I don't know. I remember thinking, like, even then, I was like, oh, this feels really not trendy, but, like, this doesn't feel like a sustainable thing. But obviously it is sustainable, because we're still getting Soulsborne games. And that very specific hack and slash kind of genre. I don't know if they're going away. I think they're going to become lesser. I'm trying to think of, like, a good comparison point. I think it's gonna be kind of like what happened to the RE4 like knockoffs of the world, where there was like a time when like any third-person shooter, I guess Doom is another really good example, where it's like Doom is so revolutionary that like other first-person shooters were called Doom clones forever. And then, like, eventually the style and, like, the genre evolves to such a degree that it just becomes its own genre, and people stop referring to it as that. But the problem is, like, the first-person shooter is so ubiquitous. Like, kind of everything is a first-person shooter these days, or at least, like, over the course of the last, like, 20 years. But, like, Soulsborne, when you say Soulsborne, it's very pointed at what you mean. Like, it is very, very, like, fucking unique. I hate saying very unique, but yeah, I don't like the I never liked the stamina button. Obviously I like it in, like, you know, or stamina bar in, like, Dark Souls and Bloodborne, because it's a resource. It's about playing, like, it is an RPG in that, like, you know, RPGs, you are constantly managing your health, your stats, your mana, stuff like that. But this is an RPG in the sense that, like, yeah, you are still managing your resources and, like, leveling up, but you also have to do that while juggling, like, a million other plates, and I feel like that's always what made them fun. But I do kind of wish that they would, I don't want to say go away, but I do kind of wish more people would do something else.
Here they are.
Oh, jump button. I mean, some of them like do now. When I was a little kid, I remember I used to one of my like immediate ways to rate a game was like, does it have a jump button? If yes, it's a good game. If not, bad game. Only exception, Luigi's Mansion. That was because Luigi's Mansion has a little pad in one of the rooms that lets you flip onto the ceiling, so I thought it was acceptable. For some reason I don't like North Sky War, can't jump. I've never. Game's been out for what, like a decade at this point? Still, I've never played the new God of Wars. I know people really love them. I like the guy who does Kratos. I think he's really great. I remember when he won the Game Awards for that. I was like, yeah, that guy deserved that. Yeah. Those games always just seem like it's the plague of early. It wasn't even early. It was like mid 8th generation gaming, where it's very cinematic to like kind of like annoying degree. I always wonder what we will look back on the 8th generation for, because like we look back on the 7th gen for like Call of Duty and like Gears of War and all that, and we kind of remember those styles of games and have warmed up to them more than we did when they were coming out. But it's like I wonder what people will look back on the 8th gen and kind of feel nostalgic for. People jump in cinema all the time. I mean, that's true, but Kratos don't jump. I think it's also the fact that like God of War, like as a series, just has a lot of like platforming and stuff. So to suddenly not have it is kind of weird. Because like Yakuza, like who gives a shit, right? Like, ain't no reason for Kiryu to be jumping. No reason for him to be doing all that. He's an old man. Dolphin Dive in Black Ops is awesome. That's like, oh, when they got rid of that, and I saw like in like, you know, modern like Call of Duties, they have like the sweet like Vanquish slide. I'm kind of low-key very sad that we don't have the Dolphin Dive anymore, because movement heads have taken over first person shooters, for better and for worse. I like the movement shooters. Don't get me wrong. I think they're fun. I think they're good. It's just like, man, I do miss it. I miss the goofy stuff. They can't all be Vanquish though. When Fortnite added the Vanquish slide though, that was sweet. That was one of my favorite seasons I've ever played of any game ever. Like winter 2021 of Fortnite was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Majiba's an old dude who can jump in this game. Maybe it was winter of 2022. I think it was winter. No, it had to be winter of 2020. 2021. Majiba's old dude who can jump in his game now. I have not. I've not seen anything of that game. They probably could have. I don't know what, like, I don't know how you, I don't want to say balance, but I don't know how you, there's only so many buttons, right? Like, I don't know how you kind of, you know, rob Peter and pay Paul at the same time. Like, I don't know. But, gosh, that new Yakuza, I don't play Yakuza. I've played the first one and that's it. I think they're fine. All my friends love them. But man, the things I am seeing and hearing from Yakuza Pirates do not inspire confidence in me at all. It's like everything I kind of lament about what those games have become. Even as someone who's not like a major fan, like my friends are all huge fans and they are pissed. I guess. That's like another button press. I completely threw myself off center. There it is. Flashlight doesn't reach it. Doesn't seem to be any water. God, I talked about it earlier, but I do love the vibe of this game so much. Like, it's so weird because it is very dreary and it is very gray. Even though red is kind of like the color of this game, it is so like, it really gets you there. And I feel like we really do miss this in horror games. Like I have a script from years ago about first-person horror games, like the evolution of the first-person horror game from, I think it's like what? Oh my god. I think I start at like Amnesia and go from like Amnesia to like, what was it? It's like Amnesia to, oh my god, what is it? It's like Amnesia to Five Nights at Freddy's, I think. I feel like there's a midpoint in there, but it's like Amnesia, Five Nights at Freddy's, PT, and there was like one that was like New Game du Jour. I guess Outlast technically, but that's like a PT like. But it's the idea of like every big first person horror game that hits it big at a point, every other one tries to be that for a while, and it is always weird. Like it,
What are you still
like
doing here?
the way that we have evolved this one very specific genre. I feel like a lot of those games really miss the atmosphere that made this kind of game awesome and like work. Like, I think Amnesia still has it. Amnesia's got the sauce. PT definitely has sauce for as you know, little of that game as we had. But stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's, I mean, you know, it's a JPEG, like not much really atmospherically. But even like Outlast, I feel like Outlast never establishes a good tone. At least not like some of these older horror games do. I talked about it in my Crooked Man video, where it's like even like JRPG horror games that are using like pre-bought sprites can establish a better tone than some of like the modern horror games we get. And I hate sounding like that because it makes me sound like I'm 90 and I'm like, oh, kids these days like don't get it. It's like FNAF is literally a flash game. Yeah, but like I said, like these, like you have JRPG horror games that are kind of almost just flash games in and of themselves. They can still evoke like a feeling. It's like FNAF is not a flash game, it's an arcade game. Like it is basically like playing like Breakout or something. Like it is barely like a full-fledged game. Keys to the gate are trying to twin deity statues. Look for statues like this somewhere in the village.
Yai, the ritual is about to start. Hurry!
Outlast is more, how do we shock the player and have them feel in danger, not spooked? Yeah. Well, it's like, that was, I don't know. That I always thought about this because it was a big critique people had about Amnesia, but it's more of a critique of Amnesia 2, where it's like, how do we make the player feel like they're in danger when they actually aren't? Because at the end of the day, like, you're never actually in danger playing a horror game. The worst that happens is you get grabbed and then you get sent back to your save point. Like, that's it. But you can still play up the illusion. Like, you can play into it. Same way like horror movies do. But it's like stuff like Outlast. I feel like Outlast is just like, you know, all the way back, AVGN coined the phrase like boo haunted house. And it's like, that is a boo haunted house like series.
Yai, if... If you cannot find a way to leave the village, come and find me. I may be able to help.
Yeah, it is. That is exactly what I think of it. It is a roller coaster. It's a fun house. Like, it is. You are on a rail and you're gonna watch spooky things jump out at you, and you're gonna go what, and then the game's gonna be over. And it's like, there's room for that. I mean, I think, you should be able to pull that off. It's just like not for me. I don't know. I love like the old 6th gen model of horror games where it's like puzzles and like a lot of exploring and familiarizing yourself with an alien environment. I just feel like that tends to be like one of the better things you can do with a game. Because, like, I don't know, Silent Hill in general has a lot of choreographed segments. Like the one I always think of is the opening of Silent Hill 1, where you're being basically shepherded down the alleyway to see the guy who's like flayed alive and crucified at the end. And it's like, yeah, this is very much a roller coaster experience, but as you kind of imply there, it's like you do more than just that. You explore Silent Hill. There's an area to go to and to kind of enrapture yourself in. And I feel like that is a big sticking point against things like Outlast. Yeah, like, I don't know. Outlast always... I feel like that was just a bad era for horror games. Like, I loved Resident Evil 7. I've yet to play 8. I thought 7 was pretty great until the very end. But that's like the common consensus with 7. Those games are fun. And then everyone was like, let's kind of start doing that. And I kind of hope Resident Evil goes back to its classic roots at some point. Even though, I get it. Also, more of a criticism of Outlast, but it was all caused by nanomachines. Kind of makes everything less scary. I mean, yeah, like whenever that's the problem with like any horror thing ever is whenever you explain what is causing it, it instantly like loses any of its, not even mystique. It just loses the aura around it, like the danger, because the idea that it could be anything normally does a lot of work for that kind of stuff. But more of a criticism of Outlast story, yeah. But like I don't know. I always feel like the one I always think of is because it's on my brain because I've been working on the script for it. In Christine the movie, there's no real explanation as to what made Christine like evil and like come to life. Like, it's an evil car and it's alive. But like the book explains exactly what is going on. It's like, oh, it's possessed by the ghost of the previous owner, which kind of ruins all the subtext about like, the codependent relationship and all that. But it's just like, it just makes it less creepy. It's like, oh, here's everything. We explained it to you 100%. You don't have to think about it. It's like, okay, I guess. You put it like that, I just feel stupid. Are you kidding me? There it is. There it is. It's not because it was explained, it's more so nanobots just feel like a cop-out. Would have preferred the wall ride was just embodiment of all the suffering in given form. Something metaphysical could have also been experimental on the creepy ex-World War II German scientist. Yeah, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like we're agreeing at the same point, where it's like, any explanation, like, you can explain it as just like that, or it's just like something that happened. But I do agree, just being like, oh, it was nanomachines, it was actually a science experiment, blah, 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 is like, it's kind of lame. It takes a lot away from it. Just pop one, get me healthy. God, trying to even think of that, like, era of horror games, because like what the only other really big horror game from the 8th generation is like Until Dawn. It's like, I liked Until Dawn. Again, another example of like a roller coaster game. It's kind of like a you only really need to play this game once and you're set. But I don't know, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't really feel any compulsion to go back and play it, but it was fun. It's easily the best of the that like genre of Quantic Dream type games, even though that one was not made by Quantic Dream. The Heavy Rain likes of the world, or I guess the Indigo likes, because it's not made by David Cage. It's not absolute dog shit. One day I'll do the Indigo Prophecy Nightmare stream. God. That game... I made myself mad again. I thought about Indigo Prophecy. That game starts so cool, as easily one of the coolest openings of any game I've ever played in my life. And it's just all downhill. The fact that that game has a clear, like, mark of when it stops being any good, and it's right exactly in the middle of the game, basically. It's like at the 50%, what is it? It's like, I'm trying to remember the old Best Friends bit, where it's like, I think the 48% mark is when the game completely goes off the rails. Yeah, that's what I mean. Until Dawn was really neat. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I heard the movie is terrible. I feel like I know someone who went to go see it, but I don't know why they made a movie out of that game. I know it's because it's a popular game, but it was popular about a decade ago, and also just not... It has too much going on to try and adapt it into a movie. From what I've heard, they didn't really do a good job adapting it in general, but oh God, I don't even know. Game is movie is a friggin' mess. I'm getting myself so turned around trying to do these controls. Alright, so that's that. The other one is behind him, I think. Just start this guy. Oh, God. That was like a half a second earlier. Nice. That's pretty much it. Yeah, nice. Hollywood TV film industry running out of original ideas, so all they do is they adapt and transform. I don't even think that's true. I mean, that has been a thing. Like, same thing happened with Slenderman. Hollywood made a Slenderman movie a decade after its popularity, managed to get it tasted by accidentally basing off of relay stabbing. That was a case of like, we had no idea what to do with this. We just know it's popular. Like that one, I kind of get fumbling the bag on that. And Until Dawn, I mean, I get it. Like this game was huge. Like if you were not on like watching Twitch at the time, like that was the big Twitch game of like a whole summer basically was like people playing Until Dawn. But I don't know. People have been saying like, oh, Hollywood's run out of ideas. Like people were saying Hollywood has run out of ideas in like the 80s. Like there's jokes like from shows like back then saying the same thing because they're like, oh, they're just remaking movies from like the 50s. Like, oh, John Carpenter is remaking some sci-fi movie from like the 50s nobody cares about. You know, what does he know? And it's like, obviously we have not run out of ideas. Like my big thing in terms of like, oh, they're completely like creatively bankrupt is like Sinners just made like $300 million or some shit. A movie based on, you know, no IP, no nothing, just, you know, raw vibes and cool shit. So I don't know. I do agree though that they love just adapting anything and everything, especially after movies like Sonic do really well. I don't even think it's the exception. Like, because I know Lay Epic Marvel movie, Lay Epic Disney remakes, and it's like, yeah, they're gonna keep doing that forever. But like, I don't know. I think there is an untapped well, and I think we're reaching kind of the end point of a specific era of Hollywood. I don't know, because I always feel like every year or so you get like a couple that are like, actually this movie's really good, or like this was based on something, or it's like a legacy sequel, and people were like, actually that one was really good. Like people said the thing about like Top Gun Maverick, and it's like, yeah, it's a legacy sequel, but you know, you can still do things with it. I think there's, I mean, even like television too, like one of the biggest shows of the last year was Severance. It's like Severance is massive now. It is such a, from everything I've seen, I've yet to watch it, but it is such a unique like concept and execution. It's very artistically like done that you wouldn't think it would get cleared, but I mean, here we are. I think television has a much easier time doing this though than movies. That's just because we're in a streaming era, so it's much easier to stream something than it is to go out to the theater and go watch it. So I just think television has a natural leg up because they've kind of already been doing that. appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for coming by. Oh, I whiffed it. Should probably upgrade the camera obscure at this point. Alright, what are we upgrading? Probably, I mean... range, accumulation, sensitivity. I think we want to do... probably range, because I'm kind of getting bodied, and then sensitivity and accumulation I feel okay with, as long as our range is good. And I can't power it up, but that's fine. And then... okay. I don't have any of the additional functions. I'm kind of cool with running type 14. I love this save screen. Something about this save screen reminds me a lot of like Atlas SMT games, like from this era. Like Raito Kuzunoa kind of has a menu like that, if I remember correctly. Like, it's kind of what your normal status menu looks like. It looks fucking sweet. Alright, that'll at least give me slow. I can at least use that. Alright. Alright.
flashlight.
God, I love the fucking look, the way the lighting looks in this section. So much cool shit in this game. Man, they don't make them like this no more. Like, look at this.
The ridge is a fair. The repentance is begun.
Oh, I fucked that up. You got me. Damn it. Tweaking. That didn't count, did it? Alright. Not a bad shot, but need to be a little better. And I fucking punted it again, baby. I gotta assume gamer position here. There we go. Gotcha. Alright. Now I got my swagger back. It's it's fine. I did not get the combo shot. Okay, maybe I don't have my swag back. But I'm doing better than I was. See, stuff like that. So, like, so subtly just, like, creepy. I love shit like that so much. That's why this game, like, kind of gets under my skin. It's because it loves doing stuff like that. It's very I always think like Noroi the Curse kind of has scares like that. Just like very subtle but effective. Even if I was not the biggest fan of that movie, I thought it was okay. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Whoa, mama. Oh, fuck. Before I get bodied, I take this opportunity to hit a heal, and then we're back in the game, baby. Alright, turn around. Do your thing. Come on. Gotcha. I'm a jackass. There she is. Oh, I'm not turning around properly. I guess I do have to just send it. Probably in sensitivity. I guess I should use the radio. And we should just sit here and go through these.
It's back. Ritual for the village. We were born for this purpose. Destiny. Yai. We promised that we would always be together. Why?
Where did you go? Without you,
was enriching. Give me a second. Watching like the last like 5 seconds of this basketball game because the T-Wolves are down by like 2 points. I want to see if they can actually do this. Oh, never mind. They're down by 3. Tell me Shea made another free throw? Fuck this guy. Oof. Damn, Minnesota's really losing this. That sucks. I really don't want it to be Thunder in the finals. God help anyone who doesn't care about basketball for these next like 5 seconds. It sucks. Ant missed his free throw. I mean, probably intentionally missed it so they get a rebound, but Shea got a rebound. Full. 0.1 second left. There's no way they fouled him. It's so close. They could definitely win this series. They just need to win the next every game. Actually, this has to go to Game 7. Show me the final. Just show me fucking Thunder 1. Any second now. Alright, this thing's starting to piss me off. Okay, yeah, they lost. Fuck. Alright, lock in. Actually, don't I just run? bricks. Get me out of here. That shit sucks. Just leave. Easy as that. God, I am always taken aback that PCSX2 can just like give rumble. I always forget that this does in fact have rumble. I remember when this shit used to suck. Nice. Pick up that can. For several days, earthquakes have increased in frequency. At the same time, crimson butterflies are swarming, something blocking out the sun, or sometimes blocking out the sun. Somehow they look sad. Villagers see them put their hands together in prayer. The entire village has an air of impending doom. The village is quite fearful of the earth's fury. Perhaps the crimson sacrifice ritual was performed to purify the ground. In the past, every area had some type of ground purifying ceremony. Many of these offered sacrifices to try and calm the gods. If that custom still remains today, it explains the stillness in the village. The twin shrine maidens must be the guardian deities of this village. The guardian deities, the twin shrine maidens, have become crimson butterflies and are returning to the village. That's the name of the game.
Everyone's dead. She didn't really want to run. She wanted to stay with her sister.
God, this game is so fucking weird. Ugh. I think it's that in particular that always gets me. Is like I've had this happen before. It always scares the hell out of me. In my house, we have like an Amazon, like Alexa or like a Google Home. So like sometimes I'll just be alone and it just starts talking and it scares the motherfuck out of me. I absolutely hate that. Yeah, we'll just remove this one. Yeah, for constantly being in a life or death scenario, my girl here does not book it at all. She has no hustle. She's a dainty stroll at best, which I don't think... Okay, you got me. I don't think that is gonna... we ain't making it out of the Shrine Maiden Village with this one. That's all I'll say. I'm gonna ring camera. I think jumped me the first time. So, dude, I hate it. My dad has that. It fucks with me. I don't like it. I don't like whenever I don't like whenever I pull up at the house and then it's just like, hey, what's going on? It's like, no. You don't talk to me, doorknob. It's that and like, oh, man. Anything that talks like that, I am not a fan. Because, what, people have those kinds of things for, oh my god. They have those things like talk to their dogs. Like they have cameras inside their house. Oh shit. They have cameras like inside their house so that they can like watch what their dog or cat is doing. They're like little robots that like wheel around. You can like play with your dog from your phone. It's like, hell no. Oh, it's so fucking... Ugh. I love the sliding door is so good. Blast. Raises damage, blast back, repair power 2. Upgrade, increase damage, enable slow. Inflicts heavier damage. Shutter chance to use press 2 when you charge up 2. Yeah, no, technology needs a... I've been saying this. I'm like I'm a little caveman when it comes to shit like this, you know? Little baby. I don't think my washing machine should be connected to the internet. I don't think the washing machine needs to know what I've been browsing. It would probably make me upset. No, yeah, the vibe, it's impeccable. We don't have this. We have lost the recipe to a lot of things. I asked this to my buddy the other day, completely unrelated to Fatal Frame. I sent him Nelly's Country Grammar, fucking banger of a song, so good. And I'm like, do we even have the recipe to make this anymore? Like, could we do this? I don't think anybody could. I don't think we have the power. Oh, I whiffed that. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Got him. Oh, I fucked up. Did I put myself in a corner? Get out of here. Oh! Okay, I'm just getting lucky. Really? Yeah, I keep trapping myself there. I keep forgetting it's even like a corner. Come on. Okay. So she's right behind me. Up. Alright. Mildly annoying, but you got it. Come on! It was right there. There it is. Man, he's so tanky. Go around. Excuse me, sir. That's a Fatal Frame right there. Oh, come on. Come on. Nope. Oh my god, I'm like off by a hair. It's pissed me off. Nope. Turned around. Come on, man. You're fucking with me. I'm so bad at this. Alright, alright. I'll take that and get just like some free damage. Oh! On, dog. There we go. That's one. Really? Kiss my fucking ass, man. That's why we stocked up early. No. Come on. There's a little lamp there. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not all the way turned around. You couldn't have made the room a little bigger. Just it had to be a little finest New York apartment. Oh, I had a fatal frame and I wasted it. Where is she? Breathe in, girl. Oh, I missed it. Alright, that's that. Take him out. Do your thing. Come on. Come on. So close. Hey, is that not really? Is that really not enough? Okay. All right. Raid boss down. GG. Holy shit, I got my ass kicked there. But yeah, the good stuff. Yeah, this game is. Oh, this game rules. Let's upgrade sensitivity finally. It's being a little bitch. Oh, I thought I upgraded. Okay. Right, that's how it fucking works. Right. Okay. I forgot you put the orb in it and then you do it. All right. That is me forgetting how to play the game moment. If there's a way to throw, we will find it. Easy please. That shit is so greasy. Not even a problem. I'm alright. God, this is such a summer game. Every time I play this game, I always just like get the feeling of being in my old basement where it's like the air conditioning was super strong. So it was just like really cold under a blanket, but it was like 90 degrees outside. I'm like, oh, peak vibe to play this kind of game. Like, shockingly enough, it's like one of the few horror games. It's like, yeah, actually, I don't like playing this around Halloween. I feel like it's not a Halloween scary. It's just like a general scary. Whoa.
Did you find Itsuki?
Like, I don't know. I have that kind of like nostalgia for a lot of horror games. I remember I think I told the story in my Silent Hill 1 video. That's like the vibe I associate with that game as well. And it is, oh, it's so good. So good.
We would always be together, so we ran away. But everyone died. But everyone died. Mayu! Mio, what happened? Someone was calling me, telling me to come back and perform the ritual again. The ritual? Stay with me forever and ever. Mm-hmm. Of course, we promised. For now, let's get out of here.
That's kind of funny. Silent 3 being a winter game for you. Silent 1, I would argue, kind of, I don't want to say makes more sense as a winter game, but it has like the, you know, why can't I collect this? It has the like the weird ash like snow that's like always falling. So like, yeah, it kind of could be like wintry, but I also kind of feel like Silent Hill 3 is a winter game because I played that game. I got that game for Christmas, so I remember playing it around like Christmas break time in my probably like sophomore junior year of high school. Shit was awesome. One of the best winter breaks of my life. Munakata and his teacher came to the village today. He said he was worried about Itsuki and he came to help. But I can't tell the outsiders about the village. Itsuki is locked up in the storehouse. I doubt he'll be allowed to talk with an outsider. Mr. Makabe made a picture of us with his picture box. My face looked strange, but it was interesting to see. He's probably going to be star because our cleansing isn't finished yet. Before that happens, we have to help him escape. If I become one with you, yay, I'll be happy. It's the only thing that matters to me. Sai. I guess. Yai, Sai. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. So, because I never got what that was.
Familiar about the smell here.
I love it. It's so good. Alright, girl, we gotta go. These bits when you're with Mayu always kind of remind me of the parts where you're with Eileen in Silent 4. Well, what do you mean? Truth hurricane. Truth tornado. Mio. Mio, move your ass. Okay, man. Oh, I did not get that. Oh, I did. There she is. The fuck out of my face, bitch! I love that this game's idea of like a puzzle is like, so yeah, you see something that just isn't quite right, and then you go into the next room, you do a boss fight, and then you pick the item up, and they go, yeah, maybe it's for the thing that didn't look right.
I hear something. The two chosen children shall be carried to heaven on the wings of a butterfly. The two chosen to heaven.
Ah, damn it. Okay, so the two up there, one lady there. Okay.
The two chosen to heaven. I hear something. The two chosen children shall be carried to heaven on the wings of a butterfly. A butterfly that will save this village.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. I forgot that it is a sliding. It's a sliding block puzzle by any other name.
I hear something.
So
the two chosen children.
This first.
Shall be carried to heaven
This.
on the wings of a butterfly. A butterfly that will save this village.
So the motion has to start at the bottom, I feel. Then move this down, then start the movement process again. The only problem is I have nowhere to go from here, so I need to kind of invent a little hole here for this guy to get up in. Then I need another hole. Oh wait, I can do this. Okay, so the puzzle wasn't interesting enough on its own, so they had to put a time limit on it. Got it.
I hear something.
This shit's easy now.
The two chosen children shall be carried to heaven on the wings of a butterfly. A butterfly that will save this village.
Okay, so now we can start bringing this one up. All right. Something in the door. Yay.
The two chosen to heaven.
All right, cool. I'm going to be so honest. I'm so glad I got that done really quickly. I thought I'd spend the rest of my night here. Less about this game I thought I did. Dude, I always forget shit about this game. I remember like the first house and then everything else I forget. Still think it's cool, still think it's awesome, still think it's a pretty great game. I just have a lot. Listen, it's been like 8 years since I played this thing and a lot of things happened to me. The twin girls of the house gave me a map that shows the side door. They said that a hidden ceremony is near and that I should escape out the side door during the night. They left so quickly I couldn't even ask them about it. The other people in the house are acting normally. Was there some ulterior motive behind this generous hospitality? Just be safe. I will tell Munakata to go home ahead of me.
Mio, wait.
Bitch, I walked... Come on! It was 2 steps!
This is all God's village. The ritual that cannot be spoken about. And the place that mustn't be seen. If I take a picture of that place,
Ancient village records have been stored in the ceremony master's house. Many discuss the legends, folk tales, or rituals of the village. There are sure to be many records of folklore value. The forbidden ritual is also called the Crimson Sacrifice Ritual. Twins are used to help seal the gate to hell. There are 2 parts. The visible ceremony, which occurs periodically, and if it fails, a hidden ceremony is performed. If all ceremonies fail, the gate to hell will open. The dead will pour out, and the skies will go dark. They call this disaster the Repentance. The whereabouts of Munakata's friends, the twin boys Itsuki and Mutsuki, are unknown, which is a little troubling. If they are found, I might be able to ask them about the village. Yeah. I don't know. Silent Hill F obviously, guy sees second J horror inspired, fucking horror game. Just give me Fatal Frame vibes. But no, seriously, Silent Hill F really reeks of Fatal Frame in the best way. I am so actually excited for that game. It's the first time I've cared about any Silent Hill release in, over a decade. Let's hit the save point real quick. I was saying it earlier. I still have not played the remake of 2. I just do not care about that game. I know it's not bad. I know people like it. It's surprisingly faithful, blah, blah, blah. But I cannot bring myself to give a single fuck about it.
you were born for this purpose.
Damn it! Goddamn my old man hands. Especially with Ryukishi working on it. I really enjoyed Higurashi and I'm going through Umineko, so I'm very hopeful. I have been reading Umineko for it has to be 5 years at this point. No, 2022 is probably when I started reading Umineko. I love it. I'm about halfway through it, but Ryukishi. He's a damn good writer, that Ryukishi. I think he's gonna pull it off. Hey, there's a ghost here. Hater of the remake, I also realize it's more or less faithful, except the parts I hate. I'm just a hater on principle. It's my ultimate idea about the remake is that it's no matter how good it is, it can never replicate what I felt playing Silent Hill 2.
Mayu, what's wrong? It's nothing. Mio, hurry up. Let's go. We have to get out of here. I don't want to kill anyone.
See, like, me personally, I like the yapping Inumi Neko. I like all the random bullshit. I know, like, I also love, you know, the actual plot when it's happening, but I do kind of relish in the time we get to spend with our cast. It really does help build, like, an affinity for them. Damn. Base haterism. Fuck Konami. Fuck Konami, says man who regularly plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And gives them money I don't even give them money anyway. I buy it secondary market, but you know. Fuck you, Co-Money. Exactly, Silent 2 Remake removes a lot of the important essence original provides. Such a shame because now it's easier to play. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about this earlier with someone else in chat. The fact that the enhanced edition exists and is really good from that's what I really need to do. I need to like get the enhanced edition up and running so that I can stream that someday. Because, I mean, I'll play fucking Silent Hill 2 every goddamn day of my life. Favorite thing ever, love that game, the whole 9 yards. But, like, man. Do I seriously not have enough for any of this? Okay. Yeah, I don't even think it's like, it's missing, like, the remake is necessarily missing something from the original. It's just, like, the original was so, like, foundational to me being who I am. It, like, altered my brain in such a way that I don't think anything could replicate it. So it's kind of like, why would I even try with the remake? Like, I know what I'm getting out of it. I'm getting Silent Hill 2. I love Silent Hill 2, but it's never gonna be like that first time, and then, like, every other time I play that game.
Destiny.
Why do you run?
I'm, like, off by an inch. Fuck. You got me. Right, it'll never be the same. I feel that a lot. Personal ties to the original. Well, I mean, Silent 2 is such a... It's such a hard thing to really, like, interface with in general. I always think of, what was it, Dan Olson, Folding Ideas, once in his video about Doug Walker's The Wall. He kind of goes into this idea that, like, The Wall is such a personal piece of art that in critiquing it, whether it is a positive or negative critique, in some way reveals more about yourself emotionally than some people are willing to kind of cop to, or, like, willing to put out there. I feel like Silent 2 is very similar, because I feel like if you are to, like, discuss and participate in any kind of real thought on that game, you do have to be emotionally vulnerable with yourself and like those you are discussing it with, because everyone plays Silent Hill 2, and regardless of what you end up taking away from it and like what interpretations you have, you do end up kind of showing your hand and how you feel about certain things and how you kind of approach your outlook on life. And I feel like it's even more so with Silent Hill 2, because while the wall is very personal, the wall is also very has a lot of political, like, I don't want to say praxis, but has a lot of, you end up saying a lot about how you think about certain societal structures when you talk about the wall, and certain like means that we interface with like the world around us. While Silent 2, I feel like, is so much more emotionally dense in terms of like, it's not about it's not like Roger Waters' critique of like growing up in post-war like London and what that did to him, but more so it's like Silent 2 is a game that was made at some point like time in the world by somebody who at some point felt exactly how you felt at one time in your life. And I feel like that's kind of what's so powerful about it, is that it's like a connection to another person on like a really, really fundamental level that not many pieces of art are willing to go to. An outsider visited with perfect timing. I'll use him for a hidden ceremony and pacify the star. We must ensure that he doesn't escape before that. Yeah, I don't know. I love that video. I love using that comparison point. It is he really hit the nail on the head with that. Okay, so I've just created a shortcut. Ritual tome. If the rumbles on a year without the ceremony, a kusabi is needed. A kusabi is an outsider made into a Buddha and offered to the Mr. The more they suffer, the greater the calming of the Mr. Yeah. Think about it, it's kind of been a while since I feel like I've watched like a really goated video essay. I watch a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I watch a lot of football stuff. I don't really watch no, because it's not video essays. This is a side channel. I was watching a lot of FD Signifier today. I love that guy. He's very funny. He's like one of the few, like, I hate the term bread tuber. I really hate talking about that because it always kind of annoys me. But he's like one of the few that I feel like isn't completely up his own ass. It's like him and H Bomber guy. Like they know how to actually be funny and entertaining. And Lindsay Ellis, but she's kind of MIA and like a mom now. Shrine maidens of the past and future made into crimson butterflies return from the as guardians of the village. Those that become butterflies ascend to heaven, parting the skies above, inviting the light above us, upon us. Football pog, yeah. Is a sports stream? No. Early, I mean, I probably like a half second before you walked in, it was like catching the end of the basketball game. But yeah, like I don't know. I think it's just as I've gotten older, I think I'm like kind of worn down by a lot of video essay. Part and parcel, I guess, with like me making video essays, it's like kind of hard to shit where you eat in a sense, where it's like, oh, I do that. Like I definitely nowhere near the quality of some of these people who do it as like their full-time job, but it's like, yeah, I do that, and it's like, I don't really feel like watching that. But like people talk about football or some shit, like recent stuff that's going down, I will watch that all day because it's just like something to put on. And it's better than watching like ESPN. Like I can't stand like Pat McAfee and shit like that. The gate to hell is called the Gaze not upon the eyes that glimpse the will be blinded by the Speak not the the mouth which utters the will be made speechless by the Listen not to the those who heed the are turned heartless by the Yeah, I think we talked. in the Crimson Sacrifice ritual, the Shrine Maidens become one again. They become a deity and appease them. The latter stays here, watching over the human world. The first shall pass through them, calming the earth. If the ritual is not performed, the will open. Inhuman wretches that shall burst forth from the villagers will be engulfed by the and the sky will be plunged into darkness. The darkness will be spread over the land for generations, awaking the Well, no, that's fair. I really enjoy your work perspectives because they feel fresh compared to some people who just throw out slop that's like reading from a wiki page. Someone gave me shit about this in my comments because I talked about it in my most recent video. I really hate the I'm just going to recap a thing to you. Like I will preface this. I like this guy's channel. I think he's pretty decent. I always think back to Wendigoon's it's like a 5.5 hour long video on Blood Meridian where he basically just walks you through the plot of Blood Meridian. Like he just recounts the plot to Blood Meridian for 5 hours. It's like, yes, he does put like commentary on it, but at the end of the day, it is basically just a Wikipedia summary. Like it just takes a while and has production behind it, which I get. Some people are good at that. And like there are cases where I get like recap stuff, but whenever I try to make a video, I always go in with the assumption that the person who's watching it has enough knowledge of what I'm talking about to like talk to them like an equal, like they're reading an essay. We must think of this disaster as a repentance for our failure to fulfill our duty to the which grants us life. We must accept that this is a reason for our existence. Yeah. I don't know. Some people do it well. Some people don't do it well. I feel like it all comes down to like, can you make, if you are going to do recap, and if you are going to like do the whole 9 yards, you gotta make it interesting. You can't just like let it be as it is, because I feel like that is just gonna bore someone to fucking tears. It's like, don't get me wrong, I not to sound like a hypocrite, I will like use plot summary. Like plot summary is a useful device because it creates context, and by creating context you can illustrate a point and then you can work from there. The whole point is to like use it as a springboard to launch into a greater discussion. A book has been stored in the shelf. When the twins were born, I was miserable knowing that they were doomed. They were raised freely without pain or sadness. They say the pain of never stops. The elder sister must kill the younger in the Crimson Sacrifice ritual. It's a cruel, horrible fate. In such cases, when you look for analysis retrospective, it ends up just being a recap, which is such a shame sometimes. Because, yeah, unless the recap is done well, it's very... Yeah. No, that's true. It's like that. I have a lot of pet peeves when it comes to video essays. One of them, I've gotten a lot softer on as of late. It was,
I think something fell.
what was it? This thing's fucking with me. What was it? One of my big, not rules, but like pet peeves, it was like right around when these were starting to get really popular, probably like 2019, 2020, is like, if your video essay is over 2 hours, there better be a goddamn good reason why. Like, I've done, I think my longest video is like, I want to say it's like 2 hours, like 13 minutes. I think it's the BioShock video. And it's like, yeah, that one's long, but the reason why is because it's a BioShock Infinite video that's like an hour, 50 minutes long. But I tacked on like 40 minutes a bit so that I could actually get my point across. Which, was that like, you know, a smart idea? I don't know. Do I like that I did that? Yes, I think it worked for that video. Truth Hurricane, Truth Galactic Blast, True Optic Blast. My buddy just loaded up Danganronpa. I can see it on my fucking Steam banner. That is not a friend I ever thought would load up Danganronpa, but okay. Yeah, I don't know, because there's like so many video essays that are so unnecessarily long. Because like there are some that I have come around on, not come around on, but there are like obviously exceptions that I'm like, you know what, I like that it was this long. Tim Rogers is like the classic example of like, no, this makes sense. I understand why this is so long, because like a Tim Rogers video is never, you're just there to talk about what he's talking about. You're there for his like weird anecdotes, which is like fine. And I remember when I was working at my job before the one I currently have, I would just like spend days in the OR just like listening to that like while I was doing my thing. And they really make those shifts like go by fast. But then you have like on the opposite end, like Quentin Reviews. I've never liked Quentin Reviews in general. I always thought he was very hacky and lame. And the fact that he's like, I make long video essays where I unnecessarily talk about shows for children. It's like, yeah, okay, man, whatever. I'm fucking sure, dog. Guys, this video's like 48 hours long. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. It wasn't funny the first time he did it. I'm a little hater. What can I say? Yeah, just yapping because it's free. Like, it's a goddamn shame. There's who's someone else who does like, the Cage Bomber guy does really long videos, and I don't watch all of them, but some of the ones I've stuck around on were pretty good like that. There's someone else who does like fucking long. My editor Pat, he really likes I finished a video game. Who he does those like 6-hour-ish long retrospectives of like a whole series. Like he did a really long Castlevania one, and he tells me those are really good. I just have yet to sit down and watch them because like I'm lame when it comes to that. I rarely watch a video. I will have it on as I'm doing something or like in my pocket or while I'm driving, but rarely do I like sit down on my couch with like a glass of Chardonnay and imbibe in a little bit of fucking zero punctuation or some shit. Like, it's just not really what I do. Oh, Jenny Nicholson, she does really long videos. I was never super big fan of her. I think she's fine. I remember liking Sarah Z a little bit more, but I feel like that's splitting hairs at that point and just putting two bad bitches against each other. Where am I supposed to go with this? Staircase, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is the front door. I'm trying to remember where the diamond door is. Huh. Okay. I'll just try here again. Well, yeah, a lot of YouTube stuff is very much commute to work background noise. Occasional stream when I get friends or such. Yeah. Yep. That's a hard yes, true. I don't know. I feel like streams, I'm terrible with watching streams. I was really into like Twitch, like watching Twitch. I was like probably like 16, 17. But as I got older, I learned that I only really watch Twitch streams when I was like up late studying for school. Like I would be like up at like 3 in the morning and just be studying and be like, wait, There's an airspace, a small door. Maybe you can get to there from some other room. Okay. Yeah, I used to, or not used to. I just love like sitting in like random streams at like fucking 3 in the morning, just like watching whatever. Is there something in the partition screen room, the master's room? What am I missing? It's the antechamber, the great hall, dirt floor passageway. This leads into the bloodstained room. This isn't anything. This is the entranceway. The storage room gets us up here, which is the screen room. And then we have this room, but I don't think there's anything locked in this room. Guest hallway, guest room, flickering room, and the doll stand. But I don't think there's anything in there. I'll check it. I'll be brave. Who's being big? This is the first locked room. So I doubt the lock, like there'd be like another lock. I know it's not like another room. This is where we found Mia. There's no reason I would normally come back here. Is it? No. Oh, that ain't it. Because I got that, and so I got the key from. Looks like the room's directly above the entrance. Okay. Huh. Guess I could try the entrance way again. Because it's something about, like, there's a side door, right? Like, that's the whole point. Oh, shit, right. Duh. There's, like, a side door on the first floor, because that was where the exit was. Because this is, okay, so this is the entrance. So you come in through the entrance. I'm like doing a house tour at this point. So our open concept foyer. It's like my number one, this is like a me rant. One of my number one things that I'm like, should be illegal. Old people should not be allowed to watch, what you call it, like house remodeling shows while they're in the hospital. That stuff rots their brain. It is crazy. Alright, so where am I? So this is the antechamber. Yeah, it's this area I gotta get to. HGTV gotta go to hell? Yeah, we gotta send him to hell. So, take the dog to hell. No, I one of my great, like, if I ever go for my psych doctorate, my great, like, theory is going to be, like, linking hypertension in hospital, or, like, hospitalized patients to them watching the news, or Philadelphia sports. There's no way this is it. It's just a closet. Okay, man. Okay, this is where I have to go. I can get myself so goddamn turned around. Both super. God sent me straight to hell. I ever go for anything psych. Like I have a degree in psychology. I abhor my degree in psychology, but I have it. Psych is interesting. It's just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like the concept of psych is interesting, but actually like doing the schooling for it is boring. That shit was lame. Nursing's way more interesting. I had way more fun doing that, even if it was way harder. Now I just get to like put my hand on my, like, when you get a psych degree, the best thing you get out of it is like at any point you can put your hand on your chin and just be like, I see that you were psychologically maladapting to the scenario at hand, and then just like start like pretending to psychoanalyze people, and they believe you. Think you're a goddamn genius. I don't know anything. I probably know about as much of like psych as like the average like Redditor, like people on like Am I the Asshole, where it's like, I think you have narcissistic personality disorder. I'll look at something like that, I'll be like, yeah, it checks out. What the hell? Did you just see that? You fucking ran across like a Smiling Friends character. If I saw that damn thing in my house, I would turn him into a brown stain on my carpet. That should count. You're a bitch. Me with my biology degree, when I'm sent messages asked to IT analysts, saw I'm using it for. Hell yeah. Bird? Question mark? And I just like, yeah. That's a bird right there. Alright, hit me with a hard one. Oh my god, Neo.
Help!
clinging shadow. My favorite memory of anything biology related is in my high school bio class, it's like my freshman year. We watched Gattaca because everybody in high school bio watches Gattaca, and for a clean 2 week period, like we had this class like every day. So for a clean 2 week period, we just kept convincing our teacher that we had not finished the movie yet, and we just like watched the same 40 minutes of Gattaca for like 2 weeks. Fucking nothing got done that year. Assume gamer position. Walk in. Alright. Whenever I see this, my disrespectful little ass, whenever I see like that kind of, I don't even know what it's called, like ceremonial like rod or whatever that he's holding, that staff. I always think of there's like one kid in Blue Exorcist that has that. There's like a bigger version of that. I'm trying to take pictures of nothing. Could use a bio class time? Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. I'm not so down on... Some people get so down on high school. I felt it was fun. Can't tell you what I learned in bio class other than like the very basic stuff, and like I learned all that stuff again in college. Actually, no, I don't think I took bio in college. I took chem because you need chem more than you need bio. Honestly, I took microbio in college, which I actually liked microbio. Camera. I got 2 spirit orbs. I guess I'll add 1 to accumulation. And I'll just add 1 to blast. Just oh wait, right? Because I've been using it. Oopsie. And function power up. I want to. I definitely don't have enough. Listen, nice Blue Exorcist reference. Who up? Who remember? I love shows. I fucking love like early 2010 shonen like that. So fucking good. Still holds up. I was watching it while I was studying for my finals. It's still good. It's not bad at all. Holding all my friends hostage because they keep trying to talk to them about me watching Bungo Stray Dogs. Good show. Also, I enjoy it. It's popcorn, but it's tasty.
think we can leave through there?
Shout out. Banger. Good show. Great opening. First opening is so good. The second one kind of poops itself in comparison. I watched the movie the other day. I liked it. It was pretty decent.
Guy, are you really running away?
Don't call me that. I want to get to like the end of this chapter before I call it. Where are we map-wise? Oh, it's probably the double doors that were, like, shut.
Why am I trapped here? Ritual to sacrifice outsiders. Could it be?
Long ago, a visitor to a mountain village became a ceremonial sacrifice. When the veiled priest captured me, they said things like outsider and kusabi. What exactly is the hidden nature, or the nature of the hidden ceremony? The key the twin girls gave me must be for the side door of the house. The key for the cell must be in another house. According to the man, the key is hidden in a cave under the Osaka house. Maybe this is the cellar in the passageway that I read about. Okay. Okay. So that's a cell. Alright. Starting to put things together here.
Accept your fate. Become the sacrifice. The eye.
The door is open.
The twins that will become the sacrifice have
Tell me that didn't hit. Fuck off. Okay. Kind of just riding the edge here. Okay, come on, fuck off, man. Gotcha.
The destiny of the sacrifice. The destiny.
The malice coming from is getting stronger. I've searched and there is no record of it getting this strong in the past. Recently, poor harvests and deaths have begun to increase. The time of repentance for Tachibana's failure to perform the ritual is drawing near. Half of the mourners were driven mad by the malice and jumped into the We must prepare more mourners. We'll use the sinners. If we don't do something, the will overflow in a year or a few years. I must use my daughters in the ritual. Sai and Yai must be cleansed for the village. Explore the rest of the downstairs before I decide to go upstairs. Old anteater in my brain is making me do this. And I was rewarded, baby. Ooh, there's downstairs too. Let's go check that out. Oh, that that perspective shift completely threw me off.
I wonder if this will open if stepped on. I'll stay here. Please come here. Hurry.
That's
Mia,
twin magic, baby.
didn't we promise? Together always.
That will become the sacrifice have been.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look.
Yeah, or Yai is not coming back. Did she really leave Sai behind? Did she survive in the forest? If Sai is cleansed and acts as a shrine maiden alone, the might be appeased. The records do not mention any rituals with a single shrine maiden, but I will do it. I have to try. Yai, why did you run? Why won't you come back? You gotta stop saying odd shit. Yeah, just like, I don't know. Like, I'm not asking for, like, you know, debate here. Just like, I don't know, just like talk about the weather, maybe. I don't. Stop being weird. It's making me uncomfortable. This is what floor? This is the second floor. This is below Kurosawa. So this is the cellar. This is the altar room. Connecting core. Okay. Alright. Gotcha. So now we can go up. Sounds like there's anything else really worthwhile in this room. Out of my way. Oh, I see a shiny. Sai and Yai ran away with that boy, a remaining. The Kusabi calmed the a little bit, but it's still rumbling. If the twins aren't brought back, the village will be swallowed by the They are my daughters. I must find them. The time of the ritual is coming soon. Itsuki and Mutsuki ritual didn't work, and this year it's our turn. I'm leaving the village with you. Itsuki will help us escape, and we'll be together forever, like I promised. Yai. The truth is, I don't want to run, but as long as I can be with you, I'll follow you anywhere. Just don't leave me here alone. Sai.
I wonder if this will open if stepped on.
Gee, I wonder.
I'll stay here.
Ooh, nice. Location of spirit, extends duration, displays make spirits easier to locate. Okay. Gotcha. I was wrong. It's just like Itsuki said. Munakata's teacher is going to be a This has to stop. People like Mutsuki shouldn't have to die. I have to do something. A veiled priest took one of the cell keys to the rope temple. Yai. It seems that father plans to make that man a even though he's Munakata's teacher. I know one cell key is hidden in father's bookshelves. To keep the appeased, there's only one thing to do. If we perform the crimson sacrifice, perhaps people won't suffer like this.
Lock up the man who came to find out about the ritual. Let us prepare to make the Kusabi. I'll hold on to this key so that escape is impossible.
You won't leave me alone again, right?
Bitch, fuck off. I'm doing something here. Come on. Stop nagging. It would be up here. I do like how well, like, designed the areas in this game are. Everything feels really open and sprawling, but it all, like, loops back on itself very nicely. It's, what? It reminds me of, I mean, I guess Resident Evil, but I don't know. It's just, it's very well designed. Nice. I know you mentioned at the start when I hopped in, Mio's little prance is incredibly silly. It's endearing, but it is out of place. Yeah, no, I mean, she's just a girl making it in this world. Just let her be. Buddha statue that was hidden in the shells holds a tiny key in its hand. There are some empty bookshelves over the Buddha statue. Writing is inscribed in the wood. Engrave the crimson butterfly to seal up. If there is no sacrifice, repent with a kusabi. Engrave the crimson butterfly to seal up. If there's no sacrifice, repent with a kusabi. Okay. So that would be the crimson wing tome, right? Trimains, yep, crimson butterfly. So that goes there. And then, nope. I want to, wait, no. That. And then, disaster tome. No, not this one. Taboo tone, ritual tone. No, that's the Kusabi one. Twin tome. I think it's twin tome. Right, because it's crimson butterfly seal. Okay, so this would be the disaster tone then. And then it's. Oh wait, maybe it's not, because that's, yeah, this is the one about repentance, so it would be the taboo tome. Then it's sacrifice. So this would be the twin tome. Then this one would be the ritual tome. No, this would be the disaster tome, and then the ritual tome. All right.
You?
What?
Never mind.
The Fatal Frame, yeah. I feel that God, it's like the one survival horror game. I'm about to talk mad shit. Oh. Off. Hey now. Whoa, he chunked the hell out of me. It's like the one survival horror game that has like somewhat satisfying combat. I don't think it's like the best in the world, but it's not bad. It feels good to get good at. Excuse me, I hit that shit like crazy. I thought, bitch. Alright, get over here. Scooch out of the way. Okay, it didn't even give me the, like, hint. There we go. Wait a second. I'm supposed to go the other way. Like the game manager quarterback of Fatal Frame. Like, I just do about as good as the system I'm put into.
If it was to come to this, we should have done the ritual. I knew.
On the table, lit faintly by a paper shade lamp, there's some red-stained writing paper. Beneath the table, there's a Japanese girl doll looking this way. Okay.
The key to this cell.
Damn it. Inside the tree is hollow. Or the inside of the tree is hollow. A wooden key is inside. Alright. So this should be it. Out of the way. Uh-oh.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Come on. Pull a hustle on your boss.
Mayu! No, it won't open. What do we do? There should be a key somewhere. I'll go look for it. Wait here, okay? No, don't go! Stay with me. Mayu. I'll be right back. You just promised! Don't leave me. Please, don't leave me. Don't leave me anymore. I'll be right back. I really will. Wait just a minute, okay?
Dear sister, are you leaving me again?
Don't talk to me like that. Dude, fuck off. Come on. Gotcha, bitch. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Gotcha. Alright, one last one for the last one. Come on now. Oh, I fucking pressed the goddamn wrong button. Get off me! What the fuck are you doing? Get me out of here. Oh, are you kidding me? Ain't good enough. Oh. Nice, nice. Alright, let's upgrade. Add some spirit orbs. Let's just add another one to blast. I'll throw one in C. And we will, can I power up sensitivity yet? I can. And that is good. Yeah. I believe there is, in fact, a save point here. I've been going for a hot little minute. It is getting quite late, and I do have to be up in the morning. So I believe I'm going to call it at the beginning of the new chapter. I appreciate everyone for coming by. I know it's a little bit new. Hopefully this becomes more of a regular thing. I'm just doing the feeling out process at the moment. But it was great chatting. Tomorrow I will be back here on the YouTube for Eve, which is going to be not the next video, but it's going to be the video after that one. So we're going to be playing through Eve tomorrow night. And what other thing did I have to say? Oh, Wednesday is Pat and I are playing FF10 on the Twitch channel, and I believe the Twitch is in the description. If not, I will make sure to link it tomorrow. Appreciate anyone who came by, and I hope you have a good night.
You know, there's something special about falling in love in summer. Once again, here's Toshiki Kadomatsu with a song all about it. Summer Emotion.